So at the beginning of the season, a lot of the players were excited to come back, especially after COVID. Sports was back on, so these kids were fired up. And I could tell at tryouts that we're going to have a very good team. But after the first game, 54-0, I knew this team was going to be special.
I knew we had a very special team off of the first game, and our season went really well. We went undefeated. I think the thing I'll remember the most is when we got 88 points. We were very close to 100, so that was a very memorable moment.
I find a lot that if you can teach what you do, then you can do it pretty well. So I try to find like some of the players that play my position, and I try to help them get better, because that also helps me get better. And I mean, it's kind of two birds with one stone, helping everyone. Finishing the season undefeated was a big thing for us.
Some goals that I had personally was to make it to state and expected to win all the games. One moment that really stuck out to me is the records we were making. Like game after game, we were beating our own record.
So we were very excited to be at state, to qualify for the first time at state. It's a huge honor. We faced a very good team from San Antonio, and I think this is a learning experience that we'll be back, and we're going to bring it back soon.
So RSA competed at state through flag football, and World Scholars represented South Texas STISD on the varsity volleyball stage. So at the beginning of the season, one of our main goals was to first and foremost learn the game of volleyball. A lot of boys don't play volleyball, so it is very, very difficult for them to understand concepts that progressively, improve their skill. And so one of our main goals was to first and foremost look like a team, right? Run a rotation. And so teaching the boys a lot of fundamental skills, help them to develop into a 5-1 rotation. They were able to win district, which was another one of our goals. And ultimately our goal was to get to state. That was one of the words that was always in the mouth of all of our players.
I was like, is this real? Like, we're going to state. Like, I was happy at that moment, and I was like shocked. Like, I couldn't believe it, When I went to the tryouts, I didn't really take that sport seriously. I didn't think I'd make it, to be honest with you, and I did. I don't know, I've never had a coach like him before, so he made me fall in love with the sport. Also, not just him, but the teammates as well. It made me just want to keep playing volleyball, even longevity-wise.
This was the first time I played volleyball, and it was the first time for all of us mostly. I didn't really have too high of expectations. I was just looking for something fun to do with some of my friends, and it just turned into something crazy and unbelievable. I'm just extremely grateful to be a part of this team and to be able to have these experiences, and these are just some moments in life that I'll never forget.
I think World Scholars has put the RGV on the map in regards to boys volleyball. I think a lot now has brought a lot of focus to STISD, but in particular World Scholars, because their training here is very, very different. I'm going to say that because I know the type of work that's required from every athlete to get to where we want to get to, achieve our goals, both at the district level, the regional level, but more importantly, the state level. We want to send that message out that here in the RGV, we have such talented young men that could also adapt to a different sport that they haven't played before and go represent on a huge stage like state. And I know moving forward, we're going to have a lot of opportunities to win state and, Lord willing, win one.